Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Yeah, don't I like to do activity?
saw this on a YouTube clip and it actually works. If you have a hotel, if you have a B&B, this trick actually works. I don't want to over touch it so that it doesn't come out, but it actually works, and this is how.
Therefore, the kingdom of God is not in the word, but in the demonstration of power. This season that is coming within the next 5 years, preacher, prophet, make sure you have the power to pick up your word. We do not touch it. In the coming season, poverty will be inherited faster than well. And so people are lying, not useless to the system, not stubborn, not bleeding, just unnecessary, obsolete, nothing. Millions will be unemployable, replaceable, too expensive and too slow. Degrees will age like new. Skills without ownership will expire. Remember your own resources. If you don't work in these 5 years to do that, you will suffer. And so the stripping of what's called the human, the Lord says the stripping of the human. So the men will be reduced to data. And so people measured by numbers, stripped by patterns, judged by predictions, algorithms. Their thoughts were anticipated. Their desire suggested. Their decision nudged. Even people arrested for what they are thinking to do, not what they've done. And slowly they forgot how to choose. Technology did not free them. It picked them. Emotion weakened. Attention fractured. Memory shortened.
Now you can leave it like that for about 20 or 30 minutes if you're indoors or if it's indoors. But for a faster dry, you might want to take it outside, especially if it's sunny. It takes about 2 minutes even, or it can even be instant. So I think the outside choice is better if it's a work establishment, because for example, now if you get a guest who wants to check in immediately, assuming it's a hotel or an Airbnb, they might be confused about why this part is wet, like why am I touching a wet tissue. So to avoid that, in case you have a quick check-in, take it outside. It literally takes a minute or a half or two. So that's one way, or rather that's how you get it to dry faster. But if you're not in a hurry, you can just leave it in the house. In 20-30 minutes it will be dry. So this it can just sit right there. But if you have a toilet, which some toilets, they have this thing somewhere here where you pass in a string in the middle here, or a plastic cord. So it's also good if you have that kind of toilet, and it can just look like that. But since we don't have that here, it's also very okay sitting like that. Now, another way, and you're going to laugh at this, but before you laugh, the only issue with this that you have to be careful is it can get a bit denty. Okay, it can create some dents. However, having tried it for some time on the same tissue, it's not that alarming. It's actually not alarming at all. You just have to make sure you don't over press this part, just press it a little bit so that you don't have too many dents, because again, that may look weird or strange to someone. Now, and the main main reason is because, for example, now, if I come, and are you seeing what I'm saying? That kind of denting. So if you overexert, it will be too dented. Because I want to demonstrate here, and I'm holding the phone on my other hand, so it's a bit hard and I don't want to break the tissue. Let me see if I can try, or rather if I can do it. Let's just go to the part that's going to peel off easily. So yeah, we throw that in there. Because now what I wanted to demonstrate is you see now the dent is here. So if you do that trick again, for this one it seems to be, we seem to have fallen on the same part where the dent will come here, but what I've noticed is not all the time, and that's why you should be careful not to overpress it so that the dents are not too obvious, because you don't always come back to the same place that you did it. So if you keep doing too much pressure, like you put too much pressure, then it will look dented in several areas. So to avoid that, just make a smooth push, and you see you can get lucky and it comes back on the same side. But actually this is the first time it's done that. Now it set itself perfectly. This is the next way to just leave it free, and you can turn it. I think that looks a bit more neater than this, but they all look okay. I think the problem is when it starts now to run, and now that looks clumsy, right? That looks clumsy. So but this dent, when you try it, it looks much better. It doesn't look this, but that's why the sun is a good option, so it can dry fast. So this hands-free is another way to leave it. Or again, if you have the kind of toilet that has that plastic rod or string that goes through the middle here, it's also excellent. Just leave it like that. There's something I want to mention before we go on to the other trick, and that is, in any case, by the way, even if it's like that or it's the other way with the triangle, most people, they will remove the first two boxes, the first or the second two boxes, like the one I just drew in there. So it doesn't really matter the style you use. Most people will do that anyway. But just trying to make something cute out of an ordinary thing. The same way you do with the beddings. You be creative with everything. With food, with music. If you can be creative about it, why not? Now let's go to the last trick I have up my sleeve. It's dark here. I thought I left the lights on. Let's put this back and switch on the lights. And then let's move on to the last trick of the day. Now, another way to have a cute little finish on your toilet paper, whether for home use or business use, is a trick that I either learned or taught myself. Honestly, I don't remember where I got it, but I got it somewhere. And this is how I do it. Super simple. Probably majority of you know it. And it's just taking one box of the tissue. Yeah. And but this one is a bit short, so I think let's make it longer, like the whole box, one box, and then you have a bigger space here, and then you just tuck it in like this. Just tuck it in like this. But I still need it to be longer, so just pardon me. It still needs to be longer. So maybe 1.5 or 1.25 of a box. So you get a really long part to fold. And what I love about this trick is this design here. So now this one, we have to head back to the washroom and make it sit and see how it looks. Although even from here, it's easy to tell. So is it better this way or this way? Now it will depend with you, but that's my final trick. If you know any other way to do it, kindly let me know, let us know. I know this is a very funny thing, but like I mentioned earlier, I just saw it in a YouTube video and I decided to try it, to see if it's real, and it turned out to be real. So I think I'm gonna stop there for now or for today and just say thank you to the new subscribers. Continue liking and sharing and watching, commenting. It's all highly appreciated. And I think my final word for today is don't be a morning grumpy. All right? I love you.